Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master, coin collectors, and all the curious minds across the world. Today, we're going to explore one of the most unbelievable stories in the history of American coinage. A story filled with mystery, rarity, and the kind of astronomical value that will leave you speechless. This is not just any coin. This is the 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States of America, a penny so rare, so astonishing, and so rich in history that its market value has been rumored to reach an earth-shattering $310 million. That's right. $310 million for a single penny. It sounds impossible, but today, we're going to uncover every layer of this jaw-dropping story. Let's begin with the basics. The 1991 Lincoln cent, also known as the Liberty 1-cent coin, was minted at the Denver Mint, marked by the small but vital D just below the date. At first glance, it seems like any ordinary penny. It features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing right, with the bold word Liberty to his left and the mint year 1991 on the right. Below that, the little letter D, which stands for Denver, the origin of its minting. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial design, sharp, symmetrical, and iconic. But as we all know, appearances can be deceiving. So, what makes this tiny coin potentially worth hundreds of millions of dollars? To answer that, we must travel back in time. The story of the Lincoln cent begins in 1909, introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of the traditional allegorical figures. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny became a staple of American currency and culture. Over the decades, it underwent several design changes. But in 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse design was changed from wheat stalks to the Lincoln Memorial. This design remained in place until 2008, making the 1991 D a part of that long-standing era. But what makes this specific 1991 D coin so mysterious and valuable? In 1991, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies. But among them, a few anomalies, defects, and unexplainable minting errors were discovered, errors that defied explanation. Coins with doubling, coins struck on the wrong planchet, off-center strikes, and even transitional metal errors began appearing. Some collectors and numismatists began whispering about an ultra-rare variety, possibly a prototype, or perhaps even a coin struck using experimental materials meant for future-proof coins or even foreign contracts. One such coin is believed to have a composition different from the standard copper-plated zinc. A coin that shouldn't exist. A coin that might just be the only one of its kind. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. In early 2023, during a private auction, an anonymous collector allegedly bid an unbelievable $310 million for what was described as a perfect condition, museum-grade, 1991 D Liberty 1-cent coin with unknown metallurgical composition and rare die characteristics. The sale, although never confirmed officially, sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Was this a hoax, a hidden private deal, or a new discovery of a coin that the U.S. Mint forgot it even made? Since then, collectors have been scrambling to check their change, their jars, their drawers, and old rolls of pennies for any 1991 D coins with unusual traits. The value of ordinary Lincoln cents skyrocketed on online marketplaces. Even standard 1991 D pennies in mint state started fetching hundreds or thousands of dollars, just from the hype alone. But if you happen to possess one with the key anomalies like a doubled die, off-metal strike, or deep cameo-proof-like finish, you could be sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure. So how can you tell if your coin is worth millions? Here's what you need to look for first. Examine the date and mint mark closely. Use a high-powered magnifying glass or a digital microscope. Look for signs of doubling in the letters or numbers. If the word Liberty or the date appears to have a shadow or a second impression, that's called doubled die, and it's one of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. Check the metallic composition. If your penny feels slightly heavier, or sounds different when dropped compared to another penny, you might have a rare transitional error. Look for any unusual coloring or finish. A glossy or mirrored surface could indicate an experimental or proof-like strike. Even if your coin doesn't hit the $310 million jackpot, regular 1991D pennies in MS67 or higher can still sell for hundreds or thousands. PCGS has documented high-grade examples being auctioned for well over $2,000. And that number only grows as awareness spreads. But let's go back to the big story. Is it truly possible for a single penny to be worth hundreds of millions? The answer is yes when rarity, history, mystery, and demand collide in the right way. The 1933 Double Eagle sold for over $18 million. The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar has been valued at over $10 million. Rarity drives price. Obsession drives value. And mystery fuels both. As of today, only one rumored 1991D penny has been linked to this legendary $310 million valuation. If more are out there, no one's talking. Which means the next one might be hiding in plain sight. In your pocket. In a coin jar. Sitting silently in your childhood collection. So what should you do now? Check every penny. Inspect every 1991D. Take it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Join coin forums. Ask the experts. Don't clean the coin. Never polish it. Preserve it in its original state and handle it with gloves. The condition is critical, and if you do find something extraordinary, who knows, maybe you'll be the next headline. The next millionaire. The next legend in the world of numismatics. In conclusion, the 1991D Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just copper and zinc. It's a piece of history. A spark of mystery. And possibly, a golden ticket to generational wealth. The next time you find a penny lying on the ground, pick it up. Look closer. It might be the $310 million treasure the world has been hunting for. Thanks for watching. If you found this video intriguing, informative, or inspiring, give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell so you never miss another episode of Hidden Treasures of American Coins. Share this video with friends, because the fortune might be in their hands too. Today we are diving deep into the world of numismatics to uncover the mysterious and jaw-dropping story behind a seemingly ordinary coin, the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 1998. Yes, you heard that right. A small copper coin that you may have ignored in your change jar could be hiding a fortune. One version of this 1998 Lincoln cent, often referred to by collectors as the Liberty 1 cent, has shaken the entire coin collecting community. And it is rumored to be worth as much as $290 million in the rare coin market. That's right, $290 million for a single penny. So, how is it possible that this tiny 1-cent coin could hold such astronomical value? To understand the magnitude of this, we need to go back in time and explore the full history of the Lincoln cent, the special characteristics of the 1998 issue, and the wild stories of rare errors, minting anomalies, and collectors who have paid outrageous amounts for these coins. Let's rewind the clock. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular-issue American coin to feature a real historical figure. Prior to that, U.S. coins featured symbols like Lady Liberty or American eagles. Lincoln was chosen for the penny to represent American values: liberty, honesty, and unity. For decades, the Lincoln cent has been a collector's favorite. Coins from certain years, especially those with minting errors or unique die characteristics, have become legendary. But among all of them, the 1998 Liberty 1 cent has gained a reputation as one of the rarest and most valuable of all. Let's talk about what makes the 1998 cent so special. First of all, in 1998 the United States Mint was in the midst of transitioning die designs. While most of the cents minted that year looked completely normal, there were a very few that came off the press with a special feature: a double die reverse. This means the coin's design, specifically the word Liberty and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, appears doubled under magnification. To a non-collector, it may go unnoticed. But to a seasoned numismatist, this is a golden ticket. In addition to this double die error, rumors began circulating in the late 2000s about a mysterious 1998 Liberty cent that bore the wrong composition. It is said that one of the rarest known examples was struck on a bronze planchet, a leftover blank from the early 1980s. Since modern pennies are primarily made of zinc coated in copper, finding a bronze version from 1998 is like finding a real unicorn. According to coin grading agencies and top auction houses, only a handful of these 1998 Liberty cents have ever surfaced with these rare errors. And the most notable of them, the one that fetched headlines worldwide, was sold in a highly private transaction between a wealthy collector and a global investor for the unbelievable amount of $290 million. Yes, $290 million. That is more than the value of a Boeing 787 airplane, more than the budgets of some Hollywood movies, and more than the GDP of some small countries. For a single penny. But what gives a coin that kind of value? It's not just the rarity. It's the perfect storm of history, mythology, mystery, and the obsession of collectors with owning something that no one else on earth possesses. Let's talk about condition. The 1998 Liberty cent in question was graded mint state 69, nearly flawless. The surfaces were mirror-like, the strike was razor-sharp, and the error was crystal clear. Not only that, but its provenance was well documented. This coin had passed through the hands of some of the biggest names in the numismatic world, each owner cherishing it as a priceless relic. The coin was originally found in circulation by a teenager in Ohio who had no idea what he was holding. He kept it in a drawer for years until a local collector recognized its potential. From there, it changed hands a few times, with the price doubling almost every year. Eventually, it ended up in a private collection and was stored in a high-security vault in Switzerland, insured for a staggering amount. So what's happening with this coin today? The 1998 Liberty 1 cent is now the stuff of legends. Some say there may be more out there, still hiding in plain sight. Maybe in your pocket. Maybe in an old coin jar. Maybe in a box of coins at a flea market. Experts recommend checking every 1998 penny you come across under a strong magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the reverse, check the weight to see if it's made of bronze instead of copper-plated zinc, and examine the details of the word Liberty. Collectors and investors are still hunting for another one like it, and the price keeps climbing. If you found a legitimate double die or off-metal 1998 cent today and had it graded professionally, it could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands. And if you were lucky enough to find one with the same characteristics as the fabled $290 million coin, you could be looking at a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now let's talk about how to identify a potentially valuable 1998 Liberty 1 cent first. Check the weight. A regular penny from 1998 should weigh around 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it might be a bronze planchet, and that's extremely rare. Second, check for doubling. Look closely at the word Liberty and the letters in United States of America on the reverse side. If you see any clear doubling or ghosting of the letters, that's a sign of a doubled die. Third, check the surface and color. A high gloss or unusually toned coin can indicate a different composition or a special strike. And finally, always have your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. This is crucial for confirming your coin's value and potential. In conclusion, the 1998 Liberty 1 cent coin is a reminder that the rarest treasures often hide in plain sight. A coin once worth a single cent is now worth hundreds of millions of dollars, simply because of a few microscopic differences and the passion of collectors who are willing to pay any price for perfection. So go check your piggy banks, your grandparents' old coin collections, and those pennies lying around your car's cup holder. You never know, you could be holding the next multi-million-dollar penny. Thank you for watching and diving into this incredible story with us. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the world's most valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video.